Housing market. With house prices continuing to fall at an increasing rate, there's been a slight rise in the number of people looking for new homes and the number taking out mortgages. But mortgage lenders have accused the government of a conflicting and incoherent policy. Emily Rubin reports.
It's been a gloomy year for Callum Roberts estate agents, but in the last 6 weeks, a time of year they'd normally expect to be quiet, they've seen a rise in the number of inquiries from new buyers.
We feel that the market seems to have turned a bit of a corner. There are bargains out there and people are bargain hunting, looking for a good, cheap property. That is good news for the general property market.
So are we seeing the first green shoots of recovery? According to the Royal Institution of Chartered Surveyors, the number of new buyers expressing an interest in a property rose for the first time in more than 2 years. Another survey from the Council of Mortgage Lenders says the number of mortgages taken out by people buying a home jumped 14% in October.
It's tempting to see surveys like this as a sign that the housing market has hit rock bottom and that the only way now is up. Housing prices fell 16% last year, but some economists say next year will be even gloomier. Capital economics predict that we're only halfway through the great housing slump and that prices will fall a further 20% next year.
People are talking about possibly a rise in unemployment of up to 1 million. We're currently at 1.8. It could rise to 2.8, possibly even more extreme forecasts are saying 3 million. If we see that sort of deterioration in economic conditions, if we see that level of job insecurity really begin to creep into people's psychology, then it wouldn't surprise me if the downside to house prices is of that magnitude.
The lack of mortgage financing has been one of the reasons prices are falling so fast. But today the Council of Mortgage Lenders said the government's current policy of telling banks and building societies to lend more whilst at the same time building up their cash reserves was unworkable.
Current policy objectives are conflicting and incoherent. The government needs to decide on its key priority. The tug-of-war with lenders being pulled in every direction at once needs to end.
The modest rise in house sales is largely being put down to cuts in interest rates. But if unemployment continues to rise in the way some economists are predicting, even the best housing bargains will be beyond the reach of many buyers.